Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I am going to get working on the last few pages of these almost finished albums. All right, so I think I'm going to start with this super simple and hopefully super quick pocket page that just needs a little bit of finishing touches. And I just covered this up with this marketing sheet from here. I'll show you a little something. This is what I got in the mail today. Squirrel. Creative Scrapbooker magazine. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this magazine, but if you are looking for a high quality print magazine, this is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And if you want to know what the latest and greatest is, they always have current ads inside. Their articles, like, look at the pages, are so pretty. And then they also have like card stuff in here. There's usually something mixed media in here. Oh look, I have a layout very similar to this because I went to that crop too. Cute. And yeah, oh, look at that picture. So cute. But yeah, these are like super high quality. And then they have like contributor layouts, right? So you can upload photos of your layouts and send them into them, and then they pick who they want to publish. I've been published a few times. I love this magazine. It's so cool. And the people who own it are actually almost local to me. They a couple hours south, I think, and they're a sister-in-law team, I think, and they're, yeah, just awesome. Like, it's a great magazine. If ever you wanted, like, I know if you're watching this, you probably appreciate good quality paper, and this is a good quality, hold it in your hands kind of magazine. So if you're looking for that, please go check out Creative Scrapbooker magazine. I will have them linked below. Okay, so anyways, yeah, this is the cover sheet from that I just put on here because, oops, knocking stuff down. Because that came in the mail, so it was on my desk, but I was just hiding the glare because it's wild. So I am going to uncover the glare. Watch your eyes, because I'm going to pull the pictures out of these pockets so that I can adhere them to the card or picture behind them and then trim off the excess, because that is part of my process. So I was going to do that first, and then I thought, well, I can do it all with my friends. It's okay. I don't mind. And if you don't want to watch, you don't have to. Some people don't do pocket pages, so that doesn't interest them. Some people, you know, that's just not their jam, right? I'm going to move this too because it's glary also. And so yeah, so this is the front part of that page or pocket. And I'm just going to, this one was smaller, so I'm going to adhere on here. And then I'll just, which way does this go? Yeah. Stick it on here. Line it up as best as I can. And it's very seldom that I don't want to cut off something right along the edge, like if somebody's eyeball is right there or something, but most of the time, whatever I trim off really doesn't take away from the photo or the story that the photo is telling. And then this one, sorry, I'm old. I have to take my glasses off and hold it up real close because this one's a tough one to trim. Oh, speaking of old, you guys would have gotten such a laugh out of me when I was getting ready to make this video. So anytime anybody else who makes YouTube videos will know this, but you have like a little bit of setup to do. Like you have to clear off your desk. You have to make sure your lighting is okay. You have to, you know, make sure all the things are working and whatnot, and then gather all of your stuff. So I'm gathering all my stuff, and I think I'm ready, and I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to make my video. And then I'm like, oh, my contacts are bugging me. I'm going to go take those out. So I go and I take out my contacts, and then I come back, and you know what? I think I'm going to ink these photos just because it looks like they were printed on, either my trimmer blade was not good, or I did have at one point some no-name paper that I thought was Epson that I bought at a secondhand store and then realized, nope, not Epson. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So then I'm like, okay, I got my contacts out. I come back and I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And then I'm like, thinking about what I'm going to say for my intro. And I'm like, oh, you know what? My feet are cold. I'm going to go get some slippers. Like, I was a hot mess. And then I needed water. And then I needed, what else did I go get? Oh, a hair tie because my hair was bugging me. And then I needed to go warm up a heat pack because my back is bothering me after a tussle with a student today. And just like, wow, this is much harder than it should be. I should be able to just get her done, but apparently not. So I was laughing at myself. I'm like, how many times can I get up from this desk and go to fix whatever I feel like I need to do? I'm such a weirdo. Anyway, I just thought if anyone had been watching me, they'd have been like, what on earth is she doing? So thankfully I'm home alone, which is good. Less interruptions that way. It's funny, I was chatting with some coworkers and they were, or no, it was a friend of mine actually. I was telling my coworkers this story, but I was on the phone, like texting with a friend, and she's like, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do for my birthday. And she's like, ask for everybody to leave you alone. It's glorious. And I'm like, I have no kids at home and my husband works like all the time. So I'm home alone a lot and I feel like I actually might want to talk to people on my birthday. But when my kids were young, I could totally appreciate what she was saying. Okay, there's none behind that. Because, yeah, there were lots of days where I was like, can everybody please just leave me alone? But not anymore. Now I'm like, hi guys, what's new? What's happening? My kids are like, didn't we just talk to you? No, I'm not that bad. I try not to call them more than once a week. Sometimes I don't even, with my youngest, I always feel like I'm interrupting his like study time or I don't know what that is. Maybe I just miss him so much I don't want to cry. I don't know. I don't call him as much. That's sad, but true. Okay, so yeah, this is all I do. I just glue them back to front and then I trim them up so that when they're in the pocket, I'm not seeing like the white part of the picture. And as you can see, like it's not making much of a difference to trim that side of that card off. And it's not making a difference to trim the edges of my photos. Weird, her hair looks red in this picture. She does have like red tints in her hair, but there it really looks like her uncle's hair. Okay. This one. This is such a cute little collection. Even though it's older, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about like, maybe tell me down below, like how do you feel about like using the newest product, or are you okay with buying your product secondhand like I do, or are you okay with like using stuff that's been in your stash for a long time? Because I've been scrapbooking for like, oh gosh, more than 20 years it's got to be now. And I have older stuff, but also I don't mind buying older things from, oh, I should have done that on the other side. Oh well. Buying older things secondhand, I don't mind doing that either. If it's something the bottom line is if I like it, I'll use it. So it doesn't really matter to me, I don't think, if it's like older or not. As long as I think it's cute or fun or what have you, then I'll use it. See, I should have looked closer and trimmed off this side, but you know what? Probably other people aren't not gonna care about that or pay any attention to it. Or they might be like, that card's crooked, but they won't blame me for it, right? We hope, because I didn't print the card, so they might think it just came like that. We won't tell them, will we? So I don't do a ton of pocket pages, but when I do, this is, and maybe people who do them all the time, this doesn't bother them to have it, you know, like crooked or whatever. I just don't like seeing that extra white piece at the top or on the side. I like to have it all, like I like when I'm looking at the page to look like there's nothing behind it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because I'm obviously not saying it very clearly. I have some days off coming up next week, at the end of the week, and I'm really hoping to like have all my class stuff for the store finished by then so that I can make a whole bunch of videos for you guys and have them all ready to go so that I will be posting more often, because I feel like I've been really neglecting my YouTube channel since since I started working at the store, and probably before that, because this past fall in 2022, oh my gosh, was I ever sick. I consider myself somebody to have a pretty good immune system because I've been working with kids my whole life. But oh my gosh, I swear I caught everything this fall. I had COVID. I had like the worst flu of my life, other than when I had mono. And that was not COVID. That one tested negative for COVID, but I seriously thought my life was over. I had such a bad fever and so sick. And oh man. So I was out with that for like almost 2 weeks, I think. And then COVID, I stayed home for my 5 days, but it was really just like having a cold. And then I also got injured. Couldn't do much of anything at that point. So yeah, I think I've been neglecting you guys for a really long time, and I feel bad about it. And then I was doing a bunch of like learning classes. So like when I do that, obviously I don't post that stuff because it's paid content. I can't remember which one was which. This way. Oh yeah, because those two match. Okay. And her little puppy, and I think that one doesn't have a card yet on the back. So those are the cards that we're going to have to choose from the package. Her mom sent me a Snapchat memory today of her at this age, like when she was just baby. And probably right around when these photos were taken, actually, because it would have been about the same time of year. And oh my gosh, her little squishy little cheeks. And I said to her, Mom, are you sure you don't want to have one more adorable squishy little baby to hold? She was like, no. Sorry. She's like, you're gonna have to ask your other kids out. And I was like, nope. They are not at a place in their lives where that should be happening. So no, I will have to wait. Maybe some more of my coworkers will have babies and I can hold their babies. I wish they stayed babies for longer. It's such my favorite stage of having kids. Look at this one. This is cool. It's a... let me show you. Or did I tape it down? I bet you I taped it down because, again, I don't like the shifting. But this top piece is an overlay, laminated, as you can see with the reflection. It's a laminated overlay. So I typed up my journaling on the back part and then put the overlay on top. Yep. Okay, so that is going to go on here. Line that up. Trim it off. Okay. And then is there any other? This one maybe a little off. And just ink that up again. And then on this side, there's a little bit of an edge. Oh, see, again, I might have to take off my glasses and hold it up to my nose. My eyesight is not what it used to be. It's driving me crazy. I probably need to go back to the optometrist. Okay, so that's it for the trimming of what's already here, because it's mostly photos. And then see how much neater that is. Just gonna put that there so that it's not glaring at you. Is it done glaring at you? Okay. And then where did I put the... So here's the Baby Steps by Simple Stories from 2011. But I got it from the garage though, because I'm cheap. Let's see. I would like some journaling cards. I also pulled this cardstock. This is one of those things that I do have in my stash that is from like when I first started scrapbooking. And I've just never parted with it because I still seem to find uses for it. So when I'm doing my purging, I usually think about, like, when I go to throw something out, I'm usually like, okay, well, have I used this in the last year? Do I have something that I will use this on for sure in the next year? And if the answer is no to both of those, it definitely needs to leave my space. Oh, sorry if you can hear my phone. My husband has this thing. It's super weird that he needs to phone and talk to me on his drive home. And I don't know. I don't feel like that's necessary. And I usually indulge him, but right now I'm hanging out with you guys, so he's going to have to just hold the phone. Okay, so I think these are the ones that are journaling cards. So what do I got here? I have this one, this one. I have some minis because I also had the 6x6 pad. I have these like different sized pieces. This is cute. Maybe I'll do cute as a button. I don't have actually many journaling cards left in this one. That's good. Okay, so that's good. That means I'll use up the other stuff in here to make my own journaling cards, which is where this cardstock comes in. That's what I decided this was going to be for. So I have, oh, that's cute, but that's too big. Okay. So is this a 3x4? So this needs to come out. Yeah, essentially. Okay. Here, I'll glue it down and then cut it so that it's even. Sorry, when I'm lining stuff up, I don't know why, but it takes my undivided attention. I guess I'm not much of a multitasker anymore. Okay, what am I going to put on the back of here? I really like this one, but I'd probably put that on a colored page. So, what else do I got? Let's see. Looks good to me. I love the vintagey look of these ones, even though that's not usually what I think of when I think of babies, but I feel like for some reason with this collection I like it. So that is maybe crazy, but it is what it is. Okay, so then, oh, there's also these little ones. So then here's my sticker sheets. What do I want to do? Oh, bundle of joy. I could totally go with that, because she totally is. And I'm holding her in a lot of these pictures because it was my visit that week. And I just love her. I wish I could be there all the time. Which would, I'm sure that my son and his wife are glad that I'm not. But, you know. My middle son, he's like, if we ever have kids, can you just like move in with us and take care of them? I'm like, yep. Yes, please. Yes, please. Can I? I mean, essentially, it's what I wish I was happening right now, but okay. So I'm going to pop that up a little bit, and maybe I will pop it up on something that's going to make it stand out a little. Should I grab a punch? How about a circle? 2, 2.5. Nope, too big. 2. Is that a 2-inch piece of paper? Roughly. Just gonna punch that out. And just for the record, when I do pocket pages, this is usually how I do them. I don't typically use the cards that are made for it, which is weird because I do own the cards, but you know, we all do things different, right? So there we go. That's gonna go, put it up here. Yeah, maybe. But knowing that he's on his way home, I should probably hurry this up, right? Because he's gonna come in the door and the dog's gonna bark, and I'm gonna have to turn the video off. Bundle of joy. Oh, sorry, I'm letting the glare shine. Maybe I should move that. Sorry about that. I was not paying attention. And what else can I put on there? Another circle punch. Should we do another? Punch out this little carriage. I think that's too small. How about this one? There we go. Yeah, I usually make my own pocket cards. So this collection I used because it had already made pocket cards. Like Simple Stories always has some, right? And then once those are all used up, obviously I'm just gonna keep making my own, doing my own thing. And then I think I'm gonna do a heart punch. And I use my punches a lot in this process. Because they're just quick and easy and right next to me. And so that is one piece of advice I could give to everyone, is if there is something that you feel like you're not using enough and it would be really useful to you, like for me it was my punches, finding a way to put them right next to where you're sitting so you don't have to get up and go looking for them, that's going to get you using it all the time. Because I love my punches and I always wanted to use them, but until I got them right on my desk, it wasn't happening. Okay, so that is my first pocket card. So all of the pictures are in there. Where are they? In their places, glued down. No more weird, what do you call that? Like overhang happening. There we go. My little bundle of joy. And then the next one is this bottom one. The back of it. So we'll pull that out and I will get working on the back side of that, which I think I could do this one, but I'm going to cover up the name, date, weight, and all of that stuff. And I'm going to make the background a different color. So I think that'll be, since I had this at the top, I'll use this at the bottom too. Now these pockets are a little smaller than 3x4. So I'm going to cut it down a bit. And I should have just measured the picture. That would have made more sense, right? But I'm pretty close. Been using these long enough to know. Okay. And then I'm going to put that on the back of my photo. Just like this. And again, I'm going to trim off that excess. Now see, I don't want to cut into Nova's eyes, so I'm going to move the paper over to the other side, which isn't always my favorite, but I didn't look at that before I started cutting. Good thing I did it before I started cutting, but before I glued it down, I didn't look. Okay, so then when I look on this side, like cutting off part of her dad's arm isn't gonna make a difference, right? Okay, so apparently the side I did line up was not that straight because I had to cut off the 3 other sides. All right, so I'm just gonna ink that up. And ink that up. And then I'm going to put this in the center. There we go. And then I don't want to put all of that information on here, so I'm going to take this border strip, yeah, because I used it on the heart on the other one. I'm just going to trim off, like maybe, well, first I'm going to trim off the top part because it's like this different color, because it's probably part of a border sheet in the 6x6 pad, or so it seems. I'm just going to take that off so it's not in my way. And then I'm going to cut down to about there. That I can use for something else. And then I'm just going to put this here. So, almost as like a ribbon along the side, right? So I'm just going to stick it here. There we go. What else? What else could I put on here? What do I want to say? Precious little one, so special. That'll do it. And there's going to be no journaling because, like I said, these pocket pages are really just for the, like the ones on the back and front of the one where I write her, put her mom's post from when the kids have their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 12-month celebrations. I just put that on those center pages, like the double page spread. So the front and back of them are just the cute photos that I wanted to print but didn't really have a story necessarily, like a something to make a page out of, you know. And then I think that's good enough, hey? What do you think? So then I'm going to pop that. You know what I want on here maybe? Is a little word strip sticker. Do we still have those? They have those somewhere. It's on the alphabet paper. Yes. So how about snuggle? Yep, I'll take it. And cuddles. Snuggles and cuddles. So I'm going to just ink a little bit around there, and then I'm going to lift this a tiny bit. Let's tuck that under. There we go. And then I'm going to put the other one up here. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Just pulling it out and adding to it. And I love that I'm using all one collection because everything is going to go together, right? Okay. It's going to go back in there. And then this one can go back into here. And that is one step closer to having that album completed. I'm going to stick that back on there so I'm not blinding you guys. Is that working? Covering Quentin. Okay. All right. So I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I really do love hearing from you. And I will get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.